Well, hello everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right?
Yes, all
Okay,
day.
it's
All
Wednesday.
day.
So, so this is a special live stream. So normally we do our live streams in Club 32, but since little special occasion, we got a new release from Expedition Roasters, and we have Erick back with us tonight, and then we have a special guest, which we're very excited about. Who is the? Sorry, I'm out of breath. I was running down the stairs to go grab the coffee bag, and I ran up backstairs and more out of breath than I thought. So, we have a special guest, Jeff Granito, who designed the new bag and the backstory on this new flavor. So, Jeff, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, so what we'll do here, we're going to talk to Jeff because we're going to interview him some specific questions because we've never had him on the show before. We've had Erick on the show, so it's no offense to you, Erick, but people are
no offense taken.
But yeah, so like we said, very excited. So we have some questions from Club 32 and just some general questions that we had. So I guess before we do anything, Jeff, you want to talk about your background real quick, introduce yourself, what you do, what you're kind of known for?
Sure. I have been doing. Sorry, my dog got in on the fun. She's Coco, so I'll introduce her first. I have been doing graphics for various clients, but most notably in this case, Disney and Disneyland for nearly 25 years now. And in the last, I want to say, 5. I've been doing it for like 7 years. I've been doing fine art, like with my name on it for Disney, but like the last 5 years for Wonderground. And so I think that actually has, in addition to social media kind of coming around at the same time, I think that's actually like gotten me recognized as some of the stuff that you'd seen for a long time.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. So, all right. Well, let's get into some questions that we have.
Oh, okay.
So for those that don't know, you've done a lot of stuff for, like, you've done Festival of the Arts, Disneyland Decades Collection, Disneyland. You had some Club 33 Tiki cups, which were really cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I mean, that's always super fun to do Club 33 stuff.
Yeah.
But especially Tiki stuff. I like Tiki, so it was a pretty nice opportunity.
Yeah. So that's one of my questions I had, but we'll just go straight into it. How did the Tiki come about? What is it about the Tiki theme that sort of drew you in?
Well, I spent quite a bit of time growing up in Hawaii. Okay. So I just think I was around it. And for the last, my son is 23 years old. And for the last 23 years, well, minus 5 years or so, our heads have been so caught up in parenting that we haven't really looked around. And once we kind of emerged from our parenting cocoon and I started selling artwork that was Hawaiian, then I realized I was kind of introduced to Tiki. Like people say, oh, you're going to do Tiki Oasis, you're going to do this other stuff. And I just happened to be doing Hawaiian art because I was interested. And then I found out there was this whole community. So we've been able to kind of be a part of that and vend in those locations, and just kind of works with what my natural interests were. So I'm able to kind of combine Disney and Tiki just because they're my interests. So I'm pretty lucky.
That's awesome. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. One day we might get all the parenting cocoon. They're under.
We've got a long time.
No, I know. That's the corresponding timeline of us doing this, like me doing my own art and creating products and stuff, is definitely because all of a sudden we had extra time.
Right. Yeah.
So it couldn't happen without. I mean, honestly, my wife has been pushing for this for a long time, and I was like, no, I mean, we can't do anymore. But since she was able to help me, then here we are.
Wives are usually right.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It happens. All right. Well, so one of the questions I have is, how did you get started in art? Like, what was maybe the first thing that kind of sparked your interest in it?
Just always did it. Just had a natural attraction to it. When you have like when you're at a place and you have an opportunity to like play basketball or do art, it would definitely not be basketball. Let's put it that way.
Gotcha.
So just kind of what I did in my spare time. And to be honest, I thought, well, even though that's what I like, and I didn't want to do it as a career because I thought, well, growing up, I didn't know there was opportunities,
Right.
Because there wasn't. I don't think there wasn't that many opportunities back then. But as I got older and I tried to do other stuff, and I just went back to art, and it worked out. I mean, I can't imagine doing anything else right now because there's honestly, like, the more I do art, the less I can do anything else. So, so now I'm stuck with this is all I got now.
Well,
at one point in time, I could do some math, I could do some writing. Now I can't.
Yeah, that part of your brain's just gone. You're just straight art all the time. Yeah, I understand that. Okay, I know this might be interesting. What was the first piece of art that you ever actually sold? Do you remember?
That's a good question. I actually have a good answer too, because I wish I could remember his name, but I can't. So we'll just pretend. There was we were on a plane actually to Hawaii, and there was I tended to just create art, like out of anything that I had. So when you used to get meals on a plane, I used to sit around with a tray for a long time. I was a picky eater, so I had a lot of leftover stuff. And I started sticking the forks and all the extra food together, and I made this sculpture. And there was 2 women that were walking back to the bathrooms, I would assume. I don't really know. They couldn't get drinks, who knows? And they walked by and they saw this and they're like, wow, that's so great. And they're like, come back to the whatever you call the back of the plane where people talk. And they're like, we love this so much. We want to take it up. I want to show my husband. Turns out he was like a famous golfer on his way to Hawaii to do like a pro thing. Anyway, they're like, we want to buy this from you. So I was like, sure.
Wow.
I don't know what I got for it. I'm sure it was like $5 or $2 or I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So that was my first art I ever sold.
That's cool. Yeah.
I love that.
Spontaneous art on a plane. There you go.
Totally.
Yeah. So speaking of that, did you always, so when you started doing art kind of more seriously, did you always want to do it for Disney, or did that kind of just come about sort of happen chance?
It was total chance. Not that I didn't want to do it for Disney, but when I graduated from art school, everybody wanted to do like really like indie kind of stuff. Like Hallmark came to our school to interview, and NFL, and all these big companies that would, would be dream companies to work with. And I tell you, if you interviewed for one of those places, everyone would be like, oh, I can't believe you're going to be a sellout. I can't believe you're going to do that. So it was just kind of a weird time and Disney wasn't that hot back then. It wasn't like super cool. And I just happened to live by the parks, and I moved back, and I happened to have a connection. So I was doing stuff for Disney freelance, and believe it or not, trick-or-treating, I met the vice president of merchandise at Disneyland one night, and she's like, we hit it off. We were in a new neighborhood, so we were talking, and she's like, oh, I have a need for somebody at Disneyland. So the next week I was at Disneyland, and I've been doing it ever since.
Wow.
Yeah, super random.
Yeah.
And it worked out, obviously, but that's not something you can plan on, right?
Right, yeah. Just happen to be at the right place, right time, right neighborhood. And
right. And, I happen to know a lot about Disneyland. I mean, Disneyland is my thing. I wasn't like a huge cartoon lover. I wasn't a huge anything, but Disneyland was the bomb for me growing up. So,
yeah.
So did you go a lot as a kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we lived at the time we lived 20 minutes away or something. And, I remember going when it was just tickets. You didn't even need a pass to get in the park, So, yeah, so I could make my way around the park pretty well. So it was kind of nice, because most of the designers are in Florida. So it was kind of nice, I think, for them to have somebody who was truly, my only experience was as a guest. So I think that was my I don't know, something that I had to offer, I guess.
Yeah. The unique perspective on just being a guest alone.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about, brand. I didn't know anything about any of that. I just knew what the Haunted Mansion should be like. I knew what the Matterhorn should look like. I just knew intrinsically because I grew up with the stuff,
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool. So this one could be hard, but do you have a favorite piece of art that you've ever done? Out of all the ones you've done, do you have one that kind of sticks out as sort of maybe you don't sell don't tell anybody, but the one that
no, it's no secret. My favorite job that I ever did was that Decades for Disneyland.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call those my favorite pieces, but in terms of an experience of creating something and the whole experience, the people I worked with, I just loved, and the freedom that I got was great, and that was really fun.
Yeah. Those are really cool. I put one of those in the notes there of founding those. And what's funny is the one you did at Festival of the Arts this past year. I took a bunch of pictures of the one from Moana. And I remember, that one was which our daughter, she was
cute.
big into Moana, so I took a bunch of showed that.
I kind of went out on a limb on that one. Like my favorite line from that movie is like "Cockahoo," and nobody gets it, but I just love that Cockamora.
Yeah, yeah. No, and it's so funny. It fits your theme. I never even thought about it. It fits your theme very well.
Yeah,
and our daughter's 4, so we've seen that movie about 500 times. So
yeah.
I can tell them. Okay, so let's get to our audience is obviously very Disney related, and yours may be Disneyland, but
Disney
what
World.
is your favorite Disney resort, your favorite Disney princess, and the favorite Disney movie? Because these are big 3 things that people are very concerned about.
Okay, so my favorite resort is Disneyland. I have to be honest. However, I think the perfect Disney attraction is the Snow White in Magic Kingdom. I think that's like what I think is the perfect Disney attraction. Family friendly. It's got a little thrill in it. It's got great storytelling. Visually, it's stunning. The queue is awesome. So it's not necessarily like, well, I do always go there if I go, but I mean, I'm drawn to the Haunted Mansion stuff, but I think that is like the perfect specimen of an attraction for myself.
Okay.
So my favorite princess is, and oddly enough, I'm probably the only man my age who has one, but Aurora.
Okay.
And it's mostly just because I love the styling of that movie. So it's really purely visual in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one? My favorite Disney movie.
Disney movie.
Gosh, there's so many. My favorite Pixar, which is easier for me to pin down, is Ratatouille.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Favorite Disney movie. Let's stick with that for now.
What'd you say?
Stick with
Sorry.
that for now.
Let's stick with that for now.
Okay.
I don't know if I can narrow down a Disney movie.
Well, the ongoing joke in our little community is, what's your favorite Disney princess movie, and why is it Tangled?
Really? Is everybody's Tangled?
I've having seen very many of them in the past 4 years. Tangled's the one that on the 300th watch I don't mind. I think it's I think it holds up. So
I can see that.
Yeah.
And Flynn's a good character too. So there's like not just princess. They have a good rapport.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They get
really evil stepmother there, or whatever
she's a cool character. She's kind of underrated, but she's a really good character, I think. Can't think of her name off my head.
You talking about Gothel?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mother Gothel, right? Mother Gothel.
Yeah. Which, by the way, our daughter has a story time book, and it has the story Rapunzel in there. Much different from Tangled. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Is it more gruesome?
It's just different. It ends very similarly, but the Mother Gothel is like a sorcerer, which makes sense if you see Tangled. And then in this movie, it was instead of being, when Flynn is impaled with an object, Mother Gothel blinds him. And then Rapunzel heals his sight years later in a desert with her tears.
Okay, so
it's like very close, but because we're reading the story, and I'm like, what is this?
But it's condensed. I mean, the movie's condensed. He doesn't have to like be blind for a long time.
Right? Yeah, yeah. It's very short for a long time. So, so all right. Well, let's talk about this new flavor release with Expedition. And so, Erick, how did working with Jeff come about, and how'd that whole process work out?
Been a fan of his work for quite a while, and especially my favorite thing too is the decades of Disneyland as well. And like I said, then had seen his work in Wonderground and stuff, and just learned more about him. Wanted to work with him on something. We tried. It had to be like 2 years ago, and just didn't connect. I was busy, he was busy. Then we were doing different things, and then.
The start line.
Yeah. And it happens. Like I said, we work with a lot of artists and stuff, and I know, they got their schedule, especially ones that are doing other work and whatnot. So, Yeah, so we finally able to connect on something because we wanted to bring another Tiki kind of themed, coffee into our mix. Bringing more of the pop culture stuff, and we're big Tiki fans as well. That whole pop culture. We did the whole 50s kind of style with the 50s sci-fi on the last bag, and wanted to do something with Tiki culture. So we figured who better than Jeff. Because he just has that, your unique style there. We just loved your color palettes and everything else. So we got in touch again and, pretty much said, here's kind of the flavor and we want it kind of Tiki themed. Go. So that was pretty much it. We were like, whatever you come up with, we'll be happy with, because we didn't have anything particular in mind. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes we have something, it's got to be this themed and these elements or something like that. But this we're kind of open on, so we just
and rum and coconut. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah,
it's true. It's very true. I was telling Eric earlier, if this bag is not some sort of mug or shirt, I'm going to be disappointed, because as soon as I got the bag in, I was like, oh my! I didn't want to open it. I've told Eric this before.
It's so cool.
Like a lot of times when the bag's empty, I'm like, I hate it because I want to keep it, but then I don't want to be that guy that has like 50 bags of empty coffee in his house, and people are like, "What are you doing?" It's like, well, it's so beautiful. I didn't put it on my wall, but no, it is a really, really cool design, and I think it very much fits with your theme, Jeff. It's just I absolutely nailed that. So, so Eric, do you want to reveal which we kind of already partially revealed, but what is the new flavor in the bag design and everything like that?
Yeah. So when Jeff, we said we want to do kind of a coconut rum, actually a coconut dark rum. We have the one rum flavored already, and we have a coconut flavored one. So we kind of wanted to do a coconut dark rum to make it a little bit sweeter on the rum side, and I figured that fit really well with Tiki drinks and that kind of theme. So that's pretty much what we gave him, and here's what he came up with. Here's the world premiere here. Whoop.
Yeah, it's a cool bag.
Groggy Joe.
And Jeff was, totally in charge came up with the name, came up with the whole backstory of our little crab there, Groggy Joe.
I have to say, I came up with the idea, but my wife wrote the copy. So
okay, I got to give her credit.
Point that out.
She did good.
Yeah.
She did
You
good.
did a good job, didn't she?
Yeah. So was there any inspiration for the groggy crab or anything like that, or just sort of something that came about?
Well, you're crabby in the morning, right?
Good point.
And,
I didn't know if we were going super literal or not, but yeah.
Totally. I'm not that deep. So then you're crabby in the morning, and then you have some Joe coffee with groggy flavors, which is the rum and the coconut. So Groggy Joe, he just happens to be groggy, and then he enjoys. Well, he's not looking so happy with the coffee until after he drinks it. He's psyched. He is not crabby anymore.
It's very true. It's a good point. I did like in the front. He was very much a grumpy crab. I was like, that's funny. Yeah.
Happy.
Before and after,
That's branding 101. You just, you drink this product and you're fantastic.
You're happy.
Exactly. Yeah, I did get to try it this morning.
I did too.
And so what did you think?
I liked it a lot.
I was telling Eric, it was the one thing I do, obviously, like, we drink nothing but Expedition in the house, but it's very, like, the flavors are subtle. And I've actually found, I need to try it ice. I've found lately the ice versions, I get a little bit more of the flavors that come in. I noticed that with the Beans from Outer Space. I got a little bit more of that peanut butter flavor, but this one had a very hint of, it almost was like a finish of like Malibu, like very sweet rum. So it's dead on. It's a really good flavor.
It's a great flavor, I must say. Being a fan of dark rum and coconut, like, which are my two favorite things. It's awesome.
I'd be disappointed if they weren't. If you're into Tiki, those things weren't.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, not that you couldn't be, but if you were a bourbon guy with Tiki, you'd be like, well, okay. I mean,
no, it's true. I'm actually, rum. Dark rum is my thing. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Can't go wrong with that. So, Eric, did you? Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're holding it up there. That's what I ran down to get, and I was out of breath because I had to go way downstairs, so I grabbed it. But Eric, did you want to? There's any sort? You said we're going to do a giveaway or something special with the release as well.
Yeah, and also just so people can start, not ruining the front of their bags and this gorgeous art that we have all these artists do. We started moving the pull tabs to the back as well. So
I noticed that too. I was going to mention, I didn't know if it was a mistake on the 2 you sent me. I was like, maybe this is because I knew there was like a first run, but with this one, I was
no,
like,
you didn't get the errors. That's how we're starting to do on when we get the bags printed up. Now we figured why are we putting them on the front and then ruining the bags because people like sitting them on the counters and stuff and and displaying them. We'll move them to the back where it's less obtrusive and that way we do, like I said, as you said, you want to collect them and stuff. We do know people that do frame them and collage with them and other stuff too. So
okay. So
that helps out that way. But yeah, like we did last time, we're going to give away 3 bags, with you guys, with your group there. So
yeah, and we'll what we did last time, we'll make an announcement in the C Team community. We'll also do it on Instagram as well, and enter on how to do that. And if you, of course, want to get this, so when will the flavor be available? Is it available right now or going to be tomorrow?
I just put it up right now, so
it's up.
It's good to go. As soon as we announced it, it was up.
There we go. Well, we're on the ball. So yeah, if you go to ctmexpedition.com, that link will get you 15% off automatically. So you don't have to worry about a promo code. It'll show up at the checkout. So yeah, go check it out. Like I said, it's the last 2 have been out of the park. I love like I was telling you, I need to try. I'm kind of those people now, like I want to try it iced and cold, but lately it's like, maybe it's living in Florida, but I just like things iced now. Like,
well, we've noticed that, when you do make it iced, it does help enhance the flavor a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like when you drink it hot, adding a creamer to it, even, just a plain creamer will bring out the flavor a little bit more too. Because like I said, we lightly flavor them. So that way, you're not just getting hit in the face with some fake artificial flavor, since it is, kind of a true to the taste flavor. But we also want to, like I said, be able to taste the good coffee behind it. Otherwise, we can just sell bad coffee and just flavor a lot of it and not matter. But yeah, that's a good way to enhance the flavor a little bit. And definitely ice. They all taste really good ice. But yeah, this one and the last one, Beans from Outer Space, the peanut butter cup, are really, really good iced.
Yeah, I've
noticed that.
Yeah, and not to call it any big brands out there. One that starts with a wall. Anyways, they have flavored coffees, but it's very much in that sense of, I think the people making it had a little bit of coffee. They just dumped the whole thing in there, and you can tell. I mean, for an untrained palate, those. Not that I have one, but anyways. So I should ask: is there? I know you mentioned on the art you can get. So is there any? I know Erick had mentioned it, but I'm prompting here. Is this design going to be available like on a mug, Jeff, or a shirt? Or?
Yes, it's currently in a print in the shop. Just went up now, and there's a mug coming.
Yes.
I feel like, and I don't know this for a fact, but scientifically speaking, it would taste better in that mug. I'm just taking a guess. Yeah.
It can only help enhance it.
Yeah. I mean, the science will eventually catch up to what I think we're onto. But all right. Do you have any questions for Jeff or Erick?
What do you got coming up next?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I know that Jeff is going to be working on a future flavor as well, Erick.
Yeah, we're working together on another one that will be some point, no current release date, but yeah, he's coming up with something again for us that will be just as spectacular, I'm sure.
Very cool.
Sure.
Very cool. So obviously we know where we can find Expedition Roasters. Go to ctmexpedition.com. Jeff, is there anything you want to tell people where to check out your artwork, where they can find you online, anything like that?
Yeah. I can answer regular questions, but jeffgranitodesigns.com, I think. Yeah, jeffgranitodesigns.com.
I was going to say, I know that's your website.
Thank you. I don't really go there myself. Every time I have to go, it's like it's already in there and I cut and a paste. So it's like your home phone number.
Yeah. I understand that. When we record this, after a while, you just don't listen to your own shows. People say, "Did you say this?" I'm like, I don't remember. I probably did, but you just don't know. So.
They always know more than you do. So
yeah.
You did.
Exactly. So, well, thank you guys for joining us. And again, be sure to go to ctmexpedition.com, get the new Groggy Joe flavor. And I am gonna, I don't know if it's on your site, but if there's a wait list, I'm gonna put myself on it for that mug.
Yeah, me too.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and I hope you have a great night. And hopefully, talk to you guys soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
Yes, thanks again for having us.
All right.
Bye.
Oh, hello, everybody.
So want to say bye to Erick? He's still on.
Oh, sure. Well, okay. What we'll do here. Well, so I guess we normally, like I said, we normally record in Club 32, but I
You just want
suppose
to leave it on.
we
here?
could just leave it on here to give everybody
a taste.
a taste if they want to see us record. So
Who's excited about this coffee?
it is really good.
Holy
It
crap! I had it this morning.
and you're not huge on coffee.
Not a big coffee person, and it was good. It was good. It's not like the flavor's not like overpowering. So if you're Jared's not a huge fan of coconut, like the texture, but he likes the flavor.
Yeah, it's very Like I said, it has a finish like Malibu.
Yeah.
A lot like Malibu. Which
Yeah.
Malibu is one of those, like, I mean, I don't know if anybody, I'm sure somebody doesn't like Malibu, but it's usually like a crowd pleaser
Yeah.
of sorts.
But I mean, like I'm like obsessed with this artwork.
I know.
He's
Well,
talented.
his stuff, like you go on his website and you realize really quickly you could spend a lot of money really, really quickly on stuff.
Oh, look, it's see-through again.
Well, it's because it's the green.
I know.
Yeah. It didn't pick it up whenever it was in the smaller screen. There,
Oh,
but,
okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, but no,
yeah.
really good. And like I said, it's interesting with the ice versions of it being that it does take, it brings out a little bit more extra flavor.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those that are in here that are not in Club 32 normally, welcome. So those that are in Club 32, best behavior.
I do see quite a few people that are just in the group, and welcome. Yes.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
So we'll go ahead and do the show in here. Give us 1 second.
Go back to
go
that real
ahead,
quick.
sorry.
Bailey, you had a question about the allergic to rum in liquid form. So I believe all of the coffees are allergen free.
They are. They're hype. Yeah. And this is, you had that with beans from outer space, which is obviously peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie's allergic to peanat butter, but
Mhm.
she can have that. So all
Yep.
the flavoring they do, if you're allergic to it, it won't, like the actual thing it's from, it won't cause it, at least I guess legally speaking, it should not cause an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Eric said before that it's I don't know the term for it. It's not hypoallergenic, but there's a term.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the term is.
I don't know what the fancy term is.
I don't know.
What's up, Disneyland? Got just joined you. Well, cool. Thanks, Disneyland.
Yep.
Disneyland
girly girl.
Get that correctly.
I like it.
And I'm assuming, not that I would advocate having Malibu or rum in your coffee in the morning. I'm assuming it would taste pretty good in there.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. And I'm like not even joking. I really want a mug.
No, I know. Well, that's the first thing
I really do.
So I saw the artwork a few weeks ago, and then the copy showed up yesterday.
Uh-huh.
They actually wanted to do this release before the Beans from Outer Space, but the timing didn't work out with things.
Mm-hmm.
And the minute I saw it, I messaged Eric and I was just like, "Is this a shirt?" Because I feel like as cool as it'd be a T-shirt, I saw Jeff had on like a Tommy Bahama type shirt. It would be a perfect like button-up shirt to take to the beach that I would wear constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, his stuff
Totally.
he did some stuff. I actually took some notes. If you guys go to his, I actually do some digging. I'll put some stuff in
We could post it.
I'll put it in the Captain community. But he did some
gosh,
stuff
that Bell one
for the Wonderground Gallery. That is like
so good, you guys.
It's Belle, and there's some Haunted Mansion stuff.
Hat Ghost.
Yeah, so good. Like it's really, really good.
Like
but
it.
He's done some stuff too for the Disney cruise stuff.
Mhm.
That is really cool. So again, yeah, his stuff is
Yeah.
it's
So
awesome.
he's not like, he's not an Imagineer, but he does so much.
Yeah, you
for
thought
Disney.
he was an Imagineer.
I did think at first because he's done so much for Disney.
Yeah,
I just
I know.
assumed. I was like, oh, okay. But no, I like it. I like the fact that his background, like he just basically took from what was around him.
Yeah.
And adopted it.
Yeah.
He seems like an interesting guy. So that was good.
I mean, I wish I could go on an airplane and sell artwork.
Yes.
I feel like people would pay me to put it away.
There you go. It's a picture of food too, just in front of you. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, all right. Well, we're gonna get set up on our end real quick here, and we'll start recording the episode. So,
if you're not familiar, if you're not in Club 32, what we do is we do a live stream every Wednesday night, and it's basically the episode. We just record the episode in front of our Club 32 members in a live stream. So we're gonna do that for you guys in the Capture the Magic community group, and you get a taste of.
Well, there's also a Facebook group and YouTube. So
and YouTube. Yes, thank you for reminding me.
In case you were wondering there.
Yeah. So you guys get a little taste of how we do it. So.
Yeah. Disneyland Girly Girl said, I collect Haunted Mansion stuff, and he has the best
Tiki
stretching
glass.
room. Yes, he does. Yeah, you get really quickly, you start looking at his stuff, and you really quickly Either you turn the website off or you spend more money than you wanted to. But
Right.
all right. So let's see. Okay. Are you ready?
I think so. I could not figure out how to do that one. Like I didn't know what to say.
What?
And
Okay.
on the reveal of release. Like I didn't know what more to say about it.
Okay, let me edit it. I'll do it real quick. You can entertain the people if you'd like.
I'll entertain the
with
people.
Singing and dancing. if you'd like.
Singing and dancing. I'm not sure that would be fun for anybody. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Jeff comes up with next, and the
And
a
he wouldn't
new
tell me
flavor.
any details. I was upset. I was like, give me something.
It's a little soon, all right. It's a little soon.
Well, and if it, he's telling me too, like, and it is very true. He said the way they did that was, he just told him the flavor and let him kind of run with it.
Here's what the back of the bag says. Well, Jared does that. It says, "Ahoy, matey! I've been crabby all my life until I blundered a bounty of roasted booty, rich grinds of tropical coconut blended with island rum. After me morning grog, I start every day with a yo-ho instead of an oh no. Shiver me timbers, just like me, you'll be hooked." Groggy Joe.
And his wife wrote that.
And she wrote that,
Yeah.
yes.
I actually didn't pick up that the crab was crabby, and then he was happy on the
I
backside.
know.
I mean, he was happy because it looked like he was drinking rum, so that usually makes people happy.
Gosh, I wish I could design stuff like that. It's not in my wheelhouse, you guys. Not in my wheelhouse.
We all have gifts. Yours is spelling and organization. No, he doesn't.
Thank you.
Um,
No discount code, Holly. It's just ctmexpedition.com, and it should be automatically applied to
Yeah.
your order.
So when you go to that
15%.
link, it'll trigger it, and then it will show up when you're at the checkout screen. You'll see it'll say 15% off, and it automatically applies it. So you don't have to have any promo codes or anything like that.
Oh, Ben, here's my song. Let's get some coffee from Expedition Roasters.
What are
he
you
wanted
doing?
a song about the new
No,
coffee.
Ben was wrong. No, Ben.
He asked for it.
Ben did not.
Specifically.
Ben was joke asking, I think.
So the backside of coffee mug is back.
If anyone been wondering, the backside of coffee mug from Expedition Roasters, it's back in stock. Oh, it is back in stock.
I do like that one too.
Fine. See if I can.
Gonna have to get it.
Let's see if I can twist Erick's arm to send me a mug. Probably not off the bite.
Yeah, don't if you want the discount, if you go to expeditionroasters.com, the discount will not be applied. So go to ctmexpedition.com.
Yes, that will apply the discount for you.
Yes.
So, all right, I think we are ready.
Okay.
So if you do listen to the show regularly, you're not in Club 32. You'll sort of see how the bacon.
The sausage is made?
Is it bacon made or sausage?
Sausage.
Oh. You don't want to see how the hot dogs are made.
Donuts.
Well, donuts made. It's beautiful.
Have you ever seen them make?
Yes, I used to go when Krispy Kreme first opened back when we were in Missouri. Like I don't know, I was in college. I think.
Like it's just.
Yeah,
it's so nice. I like it.
Just watching all that, you're just like, wow, I have diabetes by watching
Wow.
this. They used to. I don't know. If I told you this before. They back in the day, so you would go to Kansas City Royals games when they were not very good.
Right.
And they had a thing. It's like I think if they got 12 hits or 12 runs, I forget the whole deal, but everybody in the stadium got a free dozen donuts. And we happened to go because they used to have buck night. You would go, it was like $1. Everything was $1 except for beer, I think. So we went and they happened to get it, whatever. So afterwards, and we had like 8 people doing this. So we go there, we each get a dozen donuts from Krispy Kreme. That place was overrun. I don't think it had probably happened in a very long time because they were making them as fast as they could. I can tell you right now, 6 back to back to back or whatever it is, not a good time. They sit very heavy.
Yeah, they're donuts.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my genius. The whole ride back, I was in
Tears.
discomfort. I was like happy, but at the same time really full. I'm like, oh,
that was a
I
mistake.
can't do this. It was like milk in San Diego on a hot summer day. So, okay. I think I got this. All right, let me make sure we're recording here. We are. Okay. Got it. All right. On today's episode, we discuss some news about Disney's updated face mask policy and the new look of the Wilderness Lodge hotel rooms. We also have special guest Erick Kanter from Expedition Roasters and renowned artist Jeff Granito on to reveal the latest Expedition Roasters flavor. This is episode 344 of the Capture the Magic podcast. Hey, I didn't mess up like last time. I messed up 17 times in a row. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Jared Lee, and I'm joined, as usual, by my lovely wife, Jamie Lee. So, Jamie, how are you doing?
I am doing well. How are you?
I am good.
Great.
I'm swell. We're heading to Disney next week.
On Monday.
Yeah, and by the way, I know it's Wednesday. I'm not sure how it's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like every day now is a combination of like 4 days. I don't know what day it is half the time, but I'm told it's Wednesday, but it feels like it's Tuesday.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
That's called being busy and having children. Honestly.
Yeah, having kids does that too. Yeah,
It does.
yeah. We had soccer again tonight. Which are, by
They're
the
so
way, a
cute.
little soccer update. Our daughter is getting really good and really very competitive.
Yeah.
She kind of muscled a kid out of the way and took the ball and not really pushed him to the ground, but I really wasn't. I was just like, okay, that's okay.
She's funny.
I
She's
appreciate-
tough. She's tough.
I appreciate the aggressiveness on that. But yeah. So obviously Easter was last weekend, so hopefully everyone had a great Easter. What did we do?
we did. It's kind of chill. We
Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot.
we
We tried
had-
taking pictures.
We did. Well, we did take pictures.
Well, we did
but
take the pictures. They turned out okay, but our son
Eh.
he was not having it.
I mean, he's 20 months old. He's not into
He-
the picture or sitting still or anything like that.
He protested pretty loudly.
He's so cute. But we did the egg hunts. We did the Easter baskets. We had brunch. It was very
Yeah.
relaxing. It was nice.
Yeah.
And then we played Seen It. If you
We
guys know that
did.
game Seen It. This one was from the early 2000s because I still have
Which
it.
is in our wheelhouse because we don't know anything of the newer stuff
No,
probably. But
no.
90s Seen It. That's
90s,
that's your
2000s. Oh, that's me.
that's your jam.
That's me.
I hung in. You beat me both times, but I hung in there. I knew some.
You did. I won both times, but that's
Yeah, I said you won
I
both
know.
times.
I'm
Yeah, I know.
just-
And I'm not playing
Um,
Friends Seen It with you.
Oh
Mm,
no, you will lose big time.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Big
By the
time.
way, I looked up. I don't think they really make Seen It anymore. And if they do,
yeah.
I saw on Amazon. It's like $120. It's
What?
I think because I don't think they make it, but I was gonna find more of those, but we'll see if there's any other things we can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, part of Disney next week is your mom's gonna be in town and she's gonna be with us at
Yay.
Disney.
Yes, she's coming on Friday afternoon. She'll be here for 10 days.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
so excited.
and for those that are in Club 32, obviously we normally do live streams in the park. So Jamie's mom will be a part of a lot of those, and I'm
Mhm.
sure she will. She hasn't gotten. When's the last time she was at Disney?
Well, okay, she went in August,
Oh, that's right.
but it was just for a couple hours and only Hollywood Studios.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember,
Okay.
I mean, like it was all crazy. Last year was just a big blur, but before
Yeah.
that, it was a couple of years. So she's excited to go with our kids. Really, is
She's-
really what she's excited.
Well,
for.
now that our daughter is writing things as well, so she's very excited.
And I
So-
asked her, I was like, "Mom, what do you want to do?" She goes, "I want to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway because she hasn't read that yet.
Yeah.
And just whatever you guys want to do. I'm just along for the ride. Just want to be with the kids." I'm like, that's such a grandma thing to say,
So we're
but
gonna-
it's true.
We're gonna hand her the
She's excited.
children, and we're
Mhm.
gonna just run
We're gonna ride
the other
some-
way.
No,
No,
no.
maybe
It'll be fun. It'll be great.
Yes, it'll be good. So, well, we're not going to talk about our upcoming trip. We'll have plenty to talk about that after next week. But we've got some news, including Disney has updated their mask policy. And like I said, at the end of that, after the news, it's already been recorded, but we have a segment with Erick, Kanter of Expedition Roasters, and Jeff Granito, who is the artist of the new flavor release from Expedition. And if you don't know who Jeff is, he's very known for, especially a lot of Disneyland stuff, like Tiki themed,
Mhm.
really, really cool artwork.
His
So
design style is very unique. But
his
very cool.
design style is my ideal vibe,
Oh, okay.
which is just Tiki.
Cool.
Well, it makes sense because
Tiki.
we love Polynesian, so it fits into that.
Yeah.
thing, which I just now realized I forgot to ask him if he loves the Polynesian.
Oh, he probably.
I figured
does.
he probably loves that place, but I don't know. So, but before we do that, we get to the news. We just want to remind you we've got a little housekeeping here. So, first off, be sure to check out if you want to figure out the home base for CTM. Go to ctm.show. There you can check out the latest episodes, blog posts. You can join an email list, or there's actually a new subscribe feature. So whenever we have a new episode or shirt release or anything like that, you'll be notified. It'll ding you and let you know that there's something there waiting for you. Speaking of shirt releases, we have like the one I'm wearing now, the People Mover design and other shirts, some new ones we have coming out. You can go to ctmshirts.com and check that out. And that'll be where you get all those. And of course, we have other shows on the network. We have, if I can find it, CTM Universal, which is, you might have guessed, we talk about, we talk about Universal Studios. Yeah, so that's once a month, and that's on this feed and its own as well. But it's usually it's like the first Monday of the month. Is that correct?
It depends. Usually it's just once a month.
Yeah.
It just depends on when we can get down there and check it out a little bit. But yeah.
And then Jamie has Trip Tales, which is the Jamie's Trip Report show. And when's the next one? Oh, we just had one just come out, correct?
Just came out on Monday. That was a bonus one. So I have another one coming out at the end of the month. It'll be a 2-parter. So look for that one.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And if you want more, you can find it on this feed, or you can also go to ctmtriptales.com, and then you can see all that there. And of course, we have In Club 32, which is our exclusive private club, which helps us to continue to grow the network. And we did some recent upgrades with our mics and a lot of other things like that, which we'll be doing some studio tours in there pretty soon. You can join there. Plus, you get exclusive shows like Distory, which is we do a history of Disney, where we pick a ride, attraction, land, or something like that. And we talk about the past, present, and future. That's once a month. We also have Cool Kids Kitchen, which is our cooking show that we do. Which the last one we did, we tried to do lobster mac and cheese from Kona. It turned into crab mac and cheese, but it still turned out pretty well.
It did. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Then we have Club 32 Speakeasy, where we just kind of hang out. Like last week, I just hung out on the back porch and we just chatted for a few hours. It was a good time.
Good.
Jamie was at Universal, so it was just by myself, so I just hung out with people. And of course, being a part of Club 32, you get 20% off all the C-Team apparel, plus you get in-park live streams, and it's a very awesome community. So again, go to ctmvip.com to check that out. And we even have a free trial. You can try that out if you're not really sure, especially with coming up on, we're going to be Disney next week. It's a good time to do a trial to see if you like it. And then if you don't, no hard feelings. We'll just put you on a list. I'm just kidding. We won't put you on any list. So yeah, go to ctmvip.com. And if you sign up for the yearly, you get a free t-shirt too. So, and of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention our great travel agency sponsor, Zippity Doo-Dah Travel. So if you go to travelwithzip.com, there's a quick form there you can fill out. Tell me what you're looking to do. If you have any, whatever details you have for your trip, let them know, and they will hook you up with an agent and basically help you plan a great trip. And again, you don't have to pay anything extra for the agent. It's just it's included. So it's basically somebody just help you plan a trip and take stress off your back. So why would you not take that?
I don't know.
It does make we use our agent a lot. It's way easier.
A lot.
So
she's my bestie,
You talk to her all
I
the time.
text her a lot.
so go to travelwithzip.com and check that out. So all right, well, let's get to the news.
Okie dokie.
First one here is some, I will say, interesting, considering just a few weeks ago we had some news that seemed to be the other direction. But Disney has updated their face mask policy.
Okay, so this was a change made on the official Walt Disney World website. So when you go to the main page, it has the information about social distancing and all the precautions they're taking from COVID. The face covering part has been changed, and it's just a subtle change, but basically it says that you may temporarily remove your face covering while actively eating, drinking, or taking an outdoor photo, but you must be stationary and maintain appropriate physical distancing during this time. The main change there is you may take off your mask if you're taking a photo outdoors.
Right.
So before this, they were very strict that you had to keep your mask on if you were taking a picture, no matter what. Photo pass, selfies, whatever. So they're relaxing this rule now. And it's supposed to start April 8th, which is, Thursday today, if you're listening to this today. But they've already started doing it. So,
well, I mean,
so I mean, I feel like a lot of people are going to be happy about this because I personally like seeing my smile.
Well, when you take a picture,
so I'm okay with this.
Yeah, usually you enjoy seeing the smiling faces of yourself and your children.
Yeah.
Go ahead. And to be honest, I mean, I understand a lot of the precautions that he's taken, but if you can step off to the side to eat and do certain things, it makes sense you can do this. So
I agree.
you know, I think this is a welcome change, and I think too, I'm sure Disney's going to see a little jump in their Memory Maker sales.
I'm wondering, and you pointed this out, if their sales for Memory Maker have just gone way down because people didn't want pictures with masks on. Maybe?
And also too, in general, I mean, you know, it's not like Disney's gotten cheaper during COVID.
No, they have
a lot
not.
of things have been taken away. So if you can't even go and take pictures to, you know, you want to remember going, but the pictures are with face masks, there's a lot of people that probably just aren't going to go during that time. So this could be a way too of, you know, things are, you know, improving on many ways on a lot of fronts. So of a way of getting people to maybe go again, because at least in the pictures, you can see your face. So I thought it was interesting because given a few weeks ago, you know, there was that rule change that's saying when you were sitting in restaurants that you couldn't take your mask off until your food came. So
Right.
it was interesting to see this because like that seemed to go one way, then this one seemed to go this way. So, but I that's a very welcome change. I think a lot of people are very, you know, at least happy about being able to see their faces in pictures.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And this does include PhotoPass photographers as well. There's some questions
Right.
about that. This
Right.
does include those. So,
right.
Yeah, which I'm very happy for our kids because now our daughter we can see her happy face when she's,
Yeah.
especially with your
Yeah.
mom coming. Like the timing is good there where we can get some cool pictures with all them together like that.
Right. Exactly.
So, anything else you want to add about that?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, so that was sorry, I missed one spot. I'm like Ron Burgundy. I'll miss stuff and I'll just start reading. So
okay,
that wasn't your fault. That was mine. So the next one here we have is Wilderness Lodge has some updated room pictures on the website.
Yeah, so they announced a couple months ago that they were going to be reopening Wilderness Lodge in July. Not July, June 6th.
Close,
but June. Sorry, my brain.
Same thing. June, July.
June 6th is when Wilderness Lodge Hotel Part is opening. Now, the DVC portion, Boulder Ridge, Copper Creek, and some things like in the lobby and around are open, like the pool and Whispering Canyon. That's been open. Roaring Fork's been open. But the actual physical hotel rooms and I'm guessing Artist Point is reopening, maybe. The storybook.
I haven't seen anything specific, but I would assume we haven't really seen when stuff reopens if all the restaurants come back open at the same time.
I don't know.
So
yeah,
that'll be interesting.
We'll see. Hopefully, they haven't said anything about it yet. So anyway, the hotel rooms have been refurbished. They really did need it. They were looking a little dated. So Disney has released the photos of the new rooms because they are completed, I guess, or almost all completed. And they're different. They're different.
Yeah.
Brighter.
It's very much in line with what Disney's been doing in hotel rooms.
Right. Recently. So the bedspreads are all plain white, just like every other new refurbished rooms. The headboard is more. Remember the headboard before? It looked like wooden, like a wooden panel, like like sticks or whatever. Okay, so that's gone. It's more square and
it's more modernized.
It is modernized. I think maybe it was me that said this, but it's a more IKEA version of woodsy.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. if that makes any sense, if you can't see the pictures.
I don't know if Swedish designers do woodsy, but they might.
But like the whites,
right? No,
and
for
the
sure.
lines, and it's very much like that.
Yeah.
I will say it is beautiful. I really do like this decor. The old decor that they had, there were parts of it that were good and it felt very Wilderness Lodge-y.
Yeah.
You know, like in the wilderness. This feels more modern. The only thing I don't like, and you pointed this out in our Facebook group, there is no ceiling fan anymore.
I don't know why they do this.
I don't know either.
I love fans.
Is it just a maintenance thing? Like they have to.
I was thinking it could be. I mean, it's one extra thing that they have to. I mean, if you think about it, in all the rooms they've got now, they already have lights up there. But it's lights. It's repairs. It's one extra thing, so it just could be too that they just don't want to mess with it. But I
would understand that if that's the reason.
Yeah, but I still want a ceiling fan.
Oh, okay.
Or just give you a box fan and say, here's a box fan.
Right. But the best thing about it, they've taken out the carpet.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of carpet in hotel rooms at all.
I'm not either. I'm not.
At all.
Yeah.
No. So I am very excited about that. Now, noise wise, not so much because you can hear people above you a little bit better.
Toddlers falling a lot too.
Sure.
But yeah.
But for
Looks.
sanitary reasons and yeah.
Well, I never go barefoot.
I never go barefoot ever. So
although caveat about Jamie, you don't go barefoot anywhere.
no, never.
Like in your
Not
own
my
home.
own house. Nope.
It's an interesting thing.
Yep. It's been that way since I've known Jared.
Nope.
So
yeah.
Yep.
I think there may have been only 3 times in our entire marriage in 10 years I found you barefoot, and I was like, well, "Are you okay?"
And when I am barefoot, I'm like, ew.
Yeah. Her feet never touch the ground. So
I never do.
all right. Well, those are the 2 major news stories. So now we have a little bit what we call news bits, which is just some shorter little things like that. So we, talked about a few weeks ago. Jungle Cruise is they're going to be redoing the ride a little bit. We may have seen the first part of that as Trader Sam has been removed from Jungle Cruise.
Yes, he has. Trader Sam was toward the end of the ride, and they noticed that he has now been removed. But this does not mean that they are going to change anything about Trader Sam's, like the bar at Polynesian. There are no plans to change that, nor to change Trader Sam's over at in Disneyland.
I have a feeling they're just going to try and give Trader Sam a makeover of sorts and trying to get away from his roots of being a headhunter, if you will.
Yeah.
That'd be my. I mean, that was the thing when one of the it's just funny. We rode through it a couple years ago, and I'm like, I wonder how long before they take out the part about the guy that has severed heads.
Now today.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
or yesterday,
they already announced it, but yeah. So yeah, it looks like unless they just took Trader Sam out to refurb him.
I don't think so.
Now they could bring him back as a different type character without the whole heads thing.
They're replacing
right.
him.
I'm just saying, like, he's not going to be the same trader. He's going to be.
I don't think he's going to exist at all in the ride anymore.
You don't think so?
No.
Did they put the Rock there?
No, I believe they'll put that.
You think he'll be like, you smell what the
Alberta
Rock is
Falls.
cooking, and then you go buy it?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh,
well, I know he's going to be in the new Jungle Cruise movie, so just saying.
Okay.
Also, Jungle Cruise will remain open as it is updated, which is interesting.
Which is why I say Trader Sam's gone forever.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Up into a museum or something.
I mean, it could be an ever-changing ride. This would be an interesting concept, what you've talked about before, of like a ride that's constantly just small things change all the time. That'd be interesting to do. But okay. Next one we have is Mulan is now in the Princess Cavalcade in Magic Kingdom and on the Main Street train station.
Yes, that's exciting.
Did she get promoted?
Well, we haven't seen Mulan in a meet and greet in a long time.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. But who else has been spotted at Magic Kingdom? Moana.
Really?
Yes.
Now she used to only be there we got pictures with her for like the Halloween party.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's there walking, she's not walking around, but she's
just
present.
strolling through the place.
The fact that she was spotted today is awesome.
Up on the train station?
No, she was on the train station, I don't think. But I'd have to check. I think it was someone just spotted her walking.
Okay.
But I'm not sure where she was. But still,
yeah,
so exciting. But yeah, very
cool. And there's a lot of things about Disney. Sometimes I don't get, but these new, how do you say this? Nuimos?
Nuimos.
Okay. I'm not, I know people like these things now. There's not something I totally understand yet, but the latest Disney Nuimos are Winnie the Pooh and Friends and Guardians of the Galaxy. And apparently you can put clothes on these things.
That's the whole point. They're like little plushes that you can change their outfits.
I already have to change our kids' outfits. I know,
right? They are very cute. I will give them that, but that gets very expensive. those clothes are, I think, like
that's the
15, 20.
I think that's the
12
point.
I know.
I think that's
I know.
Although Guardians is interesting. I mean,
it's cute.
If you do a baby Groot, I could see that selling pretty well. They're gonna do. They
have Groot. They have Groot, Gamora, Star-Lord.
Have they done Baby Yoda yet?
Rocket. No, I don't think so.
That one's coming. That one's gonna sell out.
They're just gonna go through all the IPs. It's fine.
Don't worry about that. They'll have multiple outfits you get into there. All right. And the next one is Disney Health Services is offering COVID vaccinations to cast members now.
Mm-hmm. And that goes along with the next one as well.
And Orange County could lift mask mandate by June if 50% of the population is vaccinated, according to Mayor Dimmings.
Yeah. So, Disney operates as its own little city. So, they've never gone with what the state or the city has mandated. So, but the fact that the city might not have a mask mandate maybe just like a closer step to Disney lifting it as well.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. Chapek did say that he can see masks being required till the end of the year. But again, they're Disney. They can change
It also
their
could be an
mind.
under promise over deliver thing too.
It possibly.
I've said all along, I think the earliest we would see masks, I think the phases will go. Obviously, they've even talked about this, but distancing getting less and less. You're already seeing that talked about. Masks would be the last thing. I think the earliest you would see would be like the fall, just because if like I said, this happens in June, I think for the 50th, Disney would love to kick it off with just a back to normal shebang sort of thing, if they could. Now, I think Disney's approach to this whole thing, I would be surprised at this point if they were to no longer require them this year, but
yeah,
we'll see.
I think they would maybe like not require the mask if like the capacity they have now stays as it is, but I think they're more likely to increase capacity before they get rid of masks. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think they're going to increase capacity, but I think masks going is going to be the last thing.
Well, that's basically what you said.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that would be my assumption, but yeah, we'll see.
But that's it for the news bits.
Yeah, that's it. All the news bits.
Yep.
They're there. So,
and there was a bunch of Disneyland stuff about tickets and park reservations over there, but there was a lot to that, and we're a Disney World show, so I didn't really include it.
Yeah.
but it's happening, so we'll have more information probably like when they start releasing it.
Well, I know our friend Micaiah, they have a Disneyland podcast. I'm going to get the name wrong now. I think it's Disney Time. I apologize, Micaiah, if I got that wrong. I know I'll link to that in the show notes in the group, but they cover Disneyland, so
awesome.
I'm sure they'll talk about that.
For
so,
sure.
And Micaiah, I'm sorry if I forgot your show name. I forget many things, so I do apologize. But I'll find it and get it right. All right. Well, and if you're new to this segment here, Jamie always has a poll time, and it is now poll time.
Oh, it's poll time now.
Yes.
Poll time. I remembered.
You did a shoulder shrug with that.
I
one.
sure.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so as I do every week, I ask a question to Capture the Magic Community Facebook group, and it's about something about Disney. And the question I asked this week was, which land do you prefer to head to first at Magic Kingdom after going through the hub? And I say prefer because I know you could have many different answers to this. I know there's a lot of things that depend on this, but if you could decide, just you yourself, what would you prefer to head to first? 33% said Adventureland.
So they go left.
28% said Fantasyland.
So they go straight.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to point.
20% said Tomorrowland. They go right.
Yeah.
10% said Frontierland. 4% said hang out in the hub, Main Street, or Town Square. I'm looking at you, Molly. 3% said Liberty Square, which I feel like is more of a pass-through land in the morning, especially unless you're going to Sleepy Hollow.
True.
1.5% said other, and that was mostly people that had multiple, like they wanted to put like multiple things and didn't want to put one or the other. Like a lot of people said, like it depends on my kids, it depends on what day I'm going on my trip, depends on the weather. Like there was a lot of factors.
Make a decision for a poll.
But you know what? Land got 0%.
I can know because I can see it.
Storybook Circus.
Poor circus.
Nobody wants to go back
I
there.
suppose if you wanted to ride Dumbo with no wait first thing in the morning,
you're good to go.
Where you go back there.
That's right. So Adventureland won. I'm guessing people go ride Pirates.
Well, it looks like for sure most people go left. You do Adventureland, and then you got Frontierland,
which is 43%.
Right, and then Liberty Square even, so that's 46%. So most people are heading left.
The thing is, I feel like most of our poll participants, most people in the group, go left because a lot of people that are maybe not as Disney-fied as we are go right.
See, I feel like most people go
to
right.
Space Mountain or, maybe Fantasyland to Seven Dwarfs.
Or if you're us, we go straight to the carousel.
Ugh,
just straight to the carousel.
Honestly, though, now I'd rather go do that first because the line is annoying.
Oh, I agree. But the thing is, as soon as park opens, 40-minute wait.
I know. Just immediately. Yeah.
You could be you in line with nobody else. Like, it's going to be 40 minutes. Like, there's
Right.
nobody here. It's like, that's 40 minutes. This is what it is all the time.
Yeah.
And we love our kids.
We
so
do.
we do it.
We do love our
Because
kids.
our daughter wants to ride that first thing, which I keep thinking with her writing more stuff that she's like, oh, she'll forget about the carousel.
Nope.
Nope. She does not forget
all.
about the carousel.
But anyway, thank you to everybody for participating in the poll. It was great to learn about your park habits.
Yes. As we further study your park habits.
Yes.
Come up with a
analyze them.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll do for next. So, like we said, we got a cool little segment here. We're going to talk with Erick Kanter of Expedition Roasters and Jeff Granito, who is the special artist that designed the new bag and story for the new flavor for Expedition Roasters. So let's go to that interview now, and then we insert it now. Power of editing.
Power editing.
I said power of
Ooh,
editing.
I
Power
like some
editing.
power
What's power editing?
I don't know.
You're just angry when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Cut. You just yell out what you're doing. I split that scene. Okay.
Oh my gosh, you're so weird.
Like, was amazing. Like, oh, like coming out of it just big time. Okay. Well, I guess I can check the comments here real quick.
Mine aren't updating, so I can't see anything.
Someone said, "Will the Trader Sam's bar still keep the name?" It, as far as we know, it should. We haven't heard anything else.
I could sit in the hub grass all day. Yeah, you could. Smalley spot.
Hubgrass is nice. Yeah. The power of editing. Yes.
Yeah.
Makes things seem real.
Trader Sam's bar keep the same name? I would think so.
I just said that.
I'm sorry.
Many times, if you guys catch the live stream, Jamie doesn't listen to me very often.
Sometimes I can't do.
I know. It's also being married for 10 years.
I'm not trying to ignore you.
No, it's funny because I will literally answer a question.
I'm sorry.
And I'll read it out loud, and 2 minutes later, Jamie's reading the same question. Like,
okay.
It's funny. I'm not mad. I'm not
okay.
mad. I'm not. If I was mad, I would have power edited.
Christina, but Hubgrass Starbucks. See, that sounds like a great. Can't do that with the littles right now. They wanted this. They want to ride stuff, and that is that.
Well, at this point, if we decided let's go to the Hubgrass, our daughter might run around the Hubgrass. They would run it for a little bit, and then baby Thor is just gonna run somewhere where we have to go get him because now he's fast.
He's fast now.
And he climbed the couch and carefully descended upon it like he was climbing a mountain, and he did it gracefully. And I was like terrified and impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's getting opinions now, and he yells when he doesn't get what he wants.
Does. Yeah, they do need to start opening stuff up.
That's got to come soon. It really does, because if they open stuff up now, it wouldn't seem so packed. I mean, the reason it feels so packed is so many people are out and about.
But what they're also doing is trying to lower their overhead, and that means cutting hours of employees.
Yeah. Right.
So
I would be surprised.
It's like where's the happy medium in there? And I think they're writing it right now.
But I think a lot of people too. I don't think a lot of people start coming back. You talk about a lot, but most people start coming back until more stuff's opened and less stuff is there. So I feel like it's that thing of like if they're waiting for people to come, they're going to have to lower some stuff before people come in.
Yeah.
I really feel like that's the way it'll go. But
so what's still not open at Magic Kingdom? Obviously Tron, because it's under construction. The railroad.
That they got the Tron.
Hall of Presidents.
Well, you've got the ice cream shop on Main Street's not open, right?
It just confectionery.
Yeah.
Oh, Plaza.
Casey's Corner.
Casey's Corner's not. Enchanted Tales of Belle is still closed. I guess there's quite a few. Sir Mickey's or the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is closed.
Right.
Yeah, there's quite a few things that are still not running. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Just the thinking.
Someone said People Mover. Yeah, People Mover. Columbia Harbor House.
People Mover. What?
Yeah.
Forgot about
People Mover. Yeah.
Columbia Harbor House. Yes.
People Mover just
Abby, you just don't want to go in the queue and just stand there and be like, I'm here.
The thing is, I like Columbia Harbor House. I think it's pretty good.
It's good.
And the People Mover will, I think every single month, they'll be like, not this month. Sorry. And they're just going to do this for like 3 years.
Yeah.
What if they did this at the very end? They're like, by the way, it's not coming back. We can't get it to work.
I would be so upset. Do you know people would be upset? Oh my gosh.
Probably people would burn
And we
Unica.
just
They would
we have
burn
this
Unica
like
to the ground.
farewell T-shirt that we just gave them. Like, we love you.
We could alter it, make it a farewell shirt. But that won't happen. We
Yeah.
will let it. Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Do
So
the outro now.
yeah, we'll do the outro. So.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was a good interview. I like chatting with Jeff. And by the way, and again, I love Jeff's artwork. So
I know, right?
if you go to his website in his Etsy shop, you might spend more money than you wish on things.
Yeah.
I was telling you,
Yeah.
I think it was on the live part, but I feel like I want a Tommy Bahama shirt themed after his Tiki designs.
He should do some designs for Tommy Bahama. That's genius.
It makes you wonder if they've approached him. It's a perfect fit.
Maybe.
The Tommy Bahama lifestyle and his Tiki theme. Your dad would love it.
Oh, he would love it.
Yeah.
He would love it. Yeah, I really like his style a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for
And the coffee's fantastic. So again, go to ctmexpedition.com and that link will get you 15% off. No need for a promo code. It automatically, through magic of the internet, applies it to your order at the very end.
It does.
It's a little gremlin that runs in there and does it. You don't see it, but all right. Well, that'll do it for the show. So before we go, be sure to check out ctmshirts.com if you'd like to see this. If you'd like to your own People Mover shirt and your way of protesting and say bring the People Mover back by getting the shirt, I feel like it'll work.
Bring back the People Mover.
Yeah. And, if we all get the shirt and chant outside the People Mover, I believe it'll hurry up whatever they're doing.
Genius.
Yeah. We'll just put pressure on them that way. Also, if you want to join Club 32, go to cteamvip.com. And of course, there's a free trial there. And if you do the yearly, you get a free shirt as well that you can wear about with your People Mover shirt. And of course, ctm.show is the website. You check it out on social. We've got at Cap the Magic on Instagram, at Capture the Magic on TikTok, which we're doing some stuff on TikTok. It's an interesting platform. But we're going to do some little videos and stuff there. And of course, join the Facebook group, Capture the Magic Community. That's where it's a really cool community. And if you got any trip planning questions or just want to get to know some other Disney people, you can go there. It's a good group there. So, and we're also going to put we're getting the YouTube channel revamped with video episodes there. So if you want to rather check out video versions of the episodes, you can go there and check it out as well. So, anything else you want to add before we go?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, like I said, we'll be at Disney next week. So we will have some fresh Disney content.
And I don't think our next week's episode is going to be having any news. I think we're going to have to record it before we leave.
Yeah.
We'll
just back up that news in a week. Yeah. So, so we'll have some stuff. We're going to, do you want to say what all we plan so far?
Sure. Well, we're staying at Pop Century.
We are.
And we haven't stayed there in a couple of years, actually. So it's time to do a good refresh. And we'll be going to all the parks and we'll be eating. Let's see, we're eating at Paddlefish.
Which I've never had Paddlefish.
Mm-hmm. We're going to check out the new bar at Splitsville.
Their food and drinks look really good.
Mm-hmm.
I follow them on Instagram. And it's very they just keep posting good looking stuff. And that outdoor bar just reopened. So
yeah. Jared and I have date night at Topolino's Terrace.
We have a date night.
Yay,
it's only been
finally
a year.
Isn't right?
I think.
Right. And our daughter is gonna be riding some ponies over at Fort Wilderness.
Do you think she'll like? I mean, I'm sure she will.
I think she'll like it a lot.
Okay, probably.
I think she'll like it a lot.
She's at this daredevil stage now, where she's just wanting to ride.
Yeah,
stuff.
she's wanted to do that, and I forgot why she thought of it, but riding horses.
Probably because she watches My Little Pony.
I don't know.
And I have to color with her every day. I say have to. Yeah. I'm getting really good at coloring. Charity.
You are a great colorer.
I'm really good.
Good job.
Well, who's Rarity? Not Charity. Rarity. She always has me color Rarity.
Well, anyway, we'll talk more about that after she does it.
Yeah.
so excited. It'll be. It's just a 3-day, 2-night trip, but we're excited. We're very excited.
Yeah. So it'll be good. So, so that will do it for the show. So thank you for listening, everybody. Thank you for those who joined in on the live stream. Thank you for joining us. And as Jamie always likes to say,
we will see you in the parks.
Bye. Okay, we're actually not gone yet, but thanks everybody for hopping on. See if anybody's got any. I'll go back through the comments real quick. Oh, somebody said they had the Disney Scenic game. Did you ever get the Disney Scenic game?
I think I did have it at one point, but the DVD didn't work.
See,
And I
Jamie got
couldn't play
me
it.
Risk Civil War edition, like the
did.
Marvel Civil War edition.
Yeah.
The problem is she won't play it with me because the last time I played Risk was with my brother, and it ended in
Flipping the board.
no. In my defense, I flipped it the first time due to my brother's betrayal. But then I made a comeback, and I won, and my brother flipped it worse than I did because I think he actually flipped the table. Board games in our house got really competitive. Like Monopoly was cutthroat.
Have I shown you guys my new watch cover? It's a violet lemonade. It's hard to see, but
It's very punsy themed.
it's very Rapunzel, but it's very flower. I know you guys really care about my watch covers, so.
Your watch just made feedback in the mic.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, how dare you? Yes, there's tons of those watch covers around here.
Great interview. Thanks, Molly. Okay, Janelle, I'm very excited about Topolino's for myself and for you as well.
Yes. Well, we've had it for breakfast, but we haven't had it for dinner. And the breakfast was amazing.
We should play Seen It at the meetup.
I don't want there to be fights amongst people
We'll
because
do some kind of trivia game.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Or people could just hang out.
Okay, I'll put my phone away. Goodness.
Phones cause feedback, and
Okay,
Jamie
I'm
really
sorry.
enjoys putting her phone right near the recording cables the whole time.
Look at us. We're ending at 9:30.
I
That's
know.
crazy. I mean, I'm very happy because I have to edit this. So.
Well, Jeff's West Coast, so for him it was like
Dude, it was
like noon.
no.
Pretty sure.
It was like 5.
He had just woken up. He was like, "What is going on here?"
I thought maybe he was in Hawaii at first.
He
but
is a Hawaii.
California.
He's got the Hawaii vibe. Janelle said, "I've had both
With
breakfast
breakfast
and
and
dinner."
dinner.
I would assume.
Oh wait,
yeah.
okay, wait. Are you going back? I thought she's going back. She's probably doing it again. I would.
Right. I don't think you just have to go once. You can go multiple times if you'd like. Okay. Yeah. I didn't see any blame Tom going on in here.
Molly is fighting with him. No, I'm just kidding. Probably not.
Molly and Tom have an epic battle going on. So,
No.
all right. Well, like I said, for the Club 32 members, since you guys were nice enough to share the live stream with everybody, we'll probably do an extra like Cool Kids Kitchen or something this month, or something to make up for it,
Yes, we will try.
or
I'm
something.
thinking.
Or
of
if anything, I enjoy doing the speakeasy from the back porch, so I might just go live in
Yeah.
the back porch again.
Okay.
I was like, I'll go live as long as it takes my cigar to go out, and my cigar lasted a very long time.
Oh my gosh. Well, we got that new those new aprons and
We
chef's
did,
hats, so
yes. Thank you, Nikki and Samantha. Those were awesome. Yeah, you guys were.
Third
That's
time for
amazing.
breakfast. You know.
Yeah.
Not ashamed, nor should you.
What'd she say?
Third time.
Oh, third time. Man,
Yeah.
you got me. So is it all you can eat? All the food? Because I've heard. So when we went, it was the sides were all you could eat. But I've heard from multiple people now that all of it is all you can eat. Like they'll bring you more. Ooh, Sarah had a good idea. Cool Kids Kitchen with iced coconut rum coffee, nice and easy, with a little bit of Malibu in there, maybe
Maybe we put some alky in it.
some alky.
That's alcohol.
Never heard you say that before.
Why are you laughing?
I've just never
Why
heard
is
you
it
use that word.
funny?
You made up a new word, and
Like
then
chicka chicka pom pom.
and that's what I was thinking. It's like if Baby Yoda said alcohol, you'd say
Chicka chicka pom pom.
well, he doesn't really talk, but kind of.
Chicka catch.
Anyways,
I'm doing a Tom from Parks and Rec.
oh, and that's true. Janelle said,
Just
I've never
tried
tried.
because I'm full after one plate. Word.
I'll put it to the test. See what they do. Like, sir, I would like another steak, please. If they give me multiple steaks, I'll hug our
not-
waiter.
Is it?
I'll just hug him. Or her. Well, I won't hug her.
No,
I'll just give her a high
it
five.
won't be multiple steaks. Probably maybe multiple
They
sides.
could. They could know. They could be like, listen, this guy needs more than one steak.
You think our children are asleep now?
I would hope so. I haven't got any notifications. So. All right. Well, we're gonna go. So thanks guys for hanging out and all that fun stuff. So we'll see you guys later. And thanks for all the new people hopping on the live stream. So
Thanks, guys.
Guys, have a good
Appreciate it.
evening. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Good night.